Dragon Wings is an improvised story. If you're a new listener, make sure to go back to episode 1.
Dragon Wing!
And a seam at the top, it's rather thick, indicates that it probably has a lid.
Like a sarcophagus.
Looks like that.
I think we clock that, right? We'd know that. We'd
Right.
recognise that as something.
Are we too far away to read any of the engravings on it?
No, you can just about make out the details of the engravings. And they aren't so much words as pictures. And they look like very simplistic, almost cartoonish, but people. It looks like there are hundreds upon hundreds of very kind of small, almost like a Where's Wally book, hundreds and hundreds of kind of small figures, all just kind of staring outwards from the box. There is, on your side, a kind of gap in the body, so this kind of clear space, and in the very middle is another single figure. Doesn't look different to the others, but it's this lone stick figure amongst thousands upon thousands of others.
And that stands out, as it is.
Oh, it stands out, yeah. You can see this kind of circular empty space, and in the middle is one very small looking figure. That's what you can see from this distance.
The Wailing Banshee, maybe.
That we were referring to as the poo monster.
The Poo Monster. Not mutually exclusive.
No.
Though you're in the doorway.
I'm going to quickly cast another spell on myself.
Yeah.
It's called Armour of Agathis.
That's a great spell.
Anything that you do with a D20 roll, I'm up for.
Luckily, this one doesn't.
Sadly, yeah.
Doesn't involve it.
A protective magical force surrounds me, and I gain 5 temporary hit points. And if something hits me, they take 5 cold damage.
Nice.
So, pluckers?
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
But okay, great.
Cool.
How is Pluckers?
Just protecting
Still breathing?
myself.
Still breathing.
Okay.
So, who's acting?
All right, holding my torch aloft, I'm going to have a quick peer into the room to see if I can spot anything which is immediately dangerous.
Stepping in or peering around?
Good question. Yeah, in the doorway, not quite stepping in yet.
Yep, you see what you saw as I described it. You've got the measure of the room, you've done your peer around.
Yeah. Okay. Can't take a perception check.
You can do a perception check, see what else you gather.
It's a crit.
This is like by far the most least lucky and luckiest session I've ever had. Pop.
Luckily, I screwed up, right?
It's good that it's triggered
So
by just
you're on-
Jacob looking. Leans into the room.
So you were on 6 hit points, right?
Yep.
Amazing.
Shit.
Oh, fuck. Thank God I healed up.
So it's a crit success.
Yes.
Yeah. One extra detail, that lone figure in the middle of the sarcophagus. Okay, the first thing I'd say with a crit, you don't see any obvious traps.
Okay.
You don't think that there's any sort of horrible shit that's going to fly out at you or pierce you. But the other feature that you see is this lone figure. It's holding, with a 20 you can see with very keen eyes that it's holding what looks like a small hand crossbow.
Okay. Then I'm going to signal the rest of them. I'm going to say, I think it's clear, I don't think there's any traps, and start moving in.
And I'm
Start
just
moving
there
to the centre of the
swaying on
chamber.
the floor.
Oh, Cassie, I'm sorry, it happened again.
How much damage does Cassius take?
Oh yeah, sorry. Thanks for that, Tom.
That's right.
Sorry. You take 9 points.
Oh, it's out again.
He's having a really bad time.
So before you step in, that happens.
Yeah.
Someone
He falls to the floor and just unconscious.
Can I try and
Cassius.
go for a
stabilize.
stabilization? Don't crit this. 10.
You
With your
stabilise.
default, yeah.
Oh, it's enough. It's enough anyway. You stabilise.
It's true.
Which means that you're brought to
1.
0.
Short rest next to the spooky sarcophagus.
Yeah. Pluckers will be fine.
Let's do it.
Yeah, Dav's well up for it.
You need it.
Will Pluckers die? Well, Pluckers
got your
die on my
magic.
back. I
He's
don't.
run out.
I don't. He's
I'm
run out.
spent, mate. My
But
tank's
we can still
empty.
stabilise Pluckers, right?
I don't get anything back after a short rest, so I won't be able to do it. Yes, you well know.
Okay, you take a rest, so
Yep.
you can go ahead with your hit die. Cassius.
I'm going to sing my song of rest. La 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 la. So you get an extra 1d6.
I got nothing for you, I'm afraid.
That's your character name.
Yeah.
I mean, I go back up to max, so that's great.
Pluckers continues breathing. Doesn't conk out this time. Look at the draw in it. Look at the roll.
So we've had a little breather next to this incredibly freaky fucking sarcophagus, covered in figures, surrounded by walls made of bone. We sense that there's some sort of undead presence nearby.
Unholy Hambo crossbow wielding fiend within.
Yes. Well, within the radius. Fine.
Yeah, maybe that box is there to fool us and it's just going to
Yeah.
lower from the
That's
ceiling
the
or
distraction.
something.
It comes out from a hole in the floor.
And so, who's acting?
Wow, I took the hit edging forward to see that rat thing. I think I've done my bit.
All right.
I can send the mage hand over to push open the.
I'm gonna back up to the door and just level a light crossbow at the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
But not fire it, right?
No, I'm not gonna fire it. I'm
Right,
just
right,
gonna
right.
level it at the sarcophagus.
I'm going to start moving around the perimeter of the room, heading towards the ironbound door in the back.
Fine.
On the
You
far
take
side.
one step into the room,
Oh, really?
and the sarcophagus itself slides backwards.
Not as
Away from you. As you take a step in, the sarcophagus slides
the
away
whole
from you.
sarcophagus?
The whole thing. And I say sarcophagus, it looks like a sarcophagus, let's call it that. But it's a sarcophagus looking thing.
Sarcophagus.
Yeah.
or just bloody great big coffin.
Yeah.
And you take another step, it slides equally back again.
What happened, Jacob? What happens if you step backwards away from the sarcophagus? Does it mirror you still? Does it come back?
Okay, I'll take a step backwards into the doorway where I just was.
And it does, it slides back towards you.
And what if you go sideways?
All right, yeah, okay, I'll take a step to the right.
What if you do the
Yeah.
hokey cokey?
And it slides with you to the right. So it's sort of keeping mirror distance
I
with
start
you.
walking towards it.
And it slides away from
You
you.
trying to intimidate a sarcophagus?
It keeps sliding away, away, away.
Is that sarcophagus are the eyes that are looking at you? Like, so if you block the eye contact between the inscriptions and your eyes, will it follow you?
Does anyone know what this means?
Yeah. Okay, so there are figures carved onto the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
That's
So-
looking at you,
Yeah.
and you're looking at them.
So is there any...
So if you block that barrier, you hold up your like a cloak in between and just move forwards. Will it still move back?
It's not a toddler, it can still see there's a figure there.
It's got object
It's not,
permanence.
it's not looking into the eyes, right? It's not me.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Close your eyes and walk.
All right, well, look, I'm going to start making my way around the perimeter of the room towards the door.
Okay, you make your way around the perimeter. It moves sideways with
Yes,
you,
it's sort of
and as you move
catching.
towards it, it keeps moving backwards. And as you make your way towards the door along the edge of the room, as the box hits the back wall with the door on, it starts sliding up the wall. So as you move towards it, it starts moving up towards the ceiling, and the ceiling's about 15 feet high again.
Okay.
I don't like the idea of it
Guys,
coming out.
what should I do?
Well, we could try and box it into a corner. There's only one person in the room at the moment, isn't there? So how does it react having more than one person in the room? Why don't you
Yeah,
go and have a
good
look at that door first? And then maybe we can work out how to look inside the sarcophagus afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll make my way to the door, so I'm adjacent with it.
As you get closer and closer, the coffin keeps sliding up.
Yeah.
It hits the ceiling, and then it begins sliding along the
Does the lid
ceiling.
does the lid fall off?
The lid does not fall off.
Ah.
But it begins sliding. You're not underneath it yet, but as you approach, it's sort of sliding across the ceiling back towards you.
It's sliding towards me.
Yeah, now, because it's sort of now looped up. It's going
Yeah.
across the ceiling now, and now it's coming towards you.
It's absolutely horrifying and I don't
So
like
it's
it one
like a
bit.
coffin,
I'm
but a
tr-
spooky coffin.
I'm trying the door. Can I open it?
You aren't at the door yet.
Oh,
You're currently around 10 feet away from the door.
fuck this. I'm running to the door.
Okay, and as you run forwards, the coffin above, it gets to the point that it's directly above you, and then it just falls on you.
Right.
Jacob's been attacked by a lot of things in his life, most of them walking around on two legs, so this is one of the first times he's ever been seriously under threat from an architectural feature.
This is just another in what seems like an endless series of terrible, scary, death-nearing events that the group seem to be encountering. All Osgaren can hope for is that Cassius doesn't lose a limb to this horrendous trap.
No, thank you. Not for me. Yeah, she doesn't like that. You know, at this point, it's not very clear what's in it, but I think what is clear is that whatever is in there is not good. And in particular, because it is sort of desperately trying to crush the man that is carrying her golden goose, so to speak. That is particularly upsetting.
So you can do a dexterity saving throw.
Fucking hell.
As a bonus action, can I confer Bardic Inspiration?
What's the range on that guy?
60 feet.
Yes, you can.
Okay, have a D6.
What bardic inspiration are you giving him?
I just shout, "It's above you!"
Those bards are so good.
Yeah, right.
And it technically, it should be a reaction if you use it, but I'm just gonna let it happen.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm gonna let it happen. All right, we're all having fun here. We're here to play the game and have a good time.
A dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
So that's a 9 plus
Yeah.
2, and I get to add because I'm a shield master, I get to add my shields modifier to that as well.
Yeah.
So that is a 13.
Okay, you nip to one side as it slams on the ground next to you.
Man, that must have been close.
But now you are next to it.
Right.
Immediately next to it.
Okay.
Run.
So is it in, and it's blocking the door? I can't get to the door.
It's between you and the door.
Okay. I back away.
And it starts to
Hammer-
follow you.
Hammer over.
Oh shit!
no.
I stop,
Yep.
and it.
It stops. As you take a step back, it's sliding back towards you.
You got a friend there, Jacob. You made a buddy.
I move to the centre of the room, moving backwards.
Okay, you do, and
Walking
it follows
backwards,
you
facing it.
all the way, near kind of like nipping at your toes as you step back and back and back, and you reach the middle of the room. And as you reach that point, you take another step back, and it stays in the middle of the room.
I see.
What happens if there's more than one person in the room? Should we see how it reacts to multiple people?
Yeah. Can I just confirm where Pluckers is at this point?
It's on my back.
Still on your back. Jeez.
Osgaren steps into the room as well.
Yeah.
Jacob, I wonder what will happen if we flank it. Where will it go?
All right.
As you step into the room, Osgaren, it slides away again.
Okay.
You go right, I'll go left.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Okay. As you pan left and right, it sort of finds this equidistant point between the two of you.
Okay. Why don't we hem it in with all four of us and see what happens?
I was going to see if you can make it to the door.
Okay. I edge round, so we're like rotating around the room.
I'm moving sympathetically to him.
Yeah.
I'll stay on the entrance.
So I'm
we
by
came
the
in.
iron-bound door, and he's back by the entrance.
Yes.
Where do you want me, fellas? I'm in. Reluctantly, I'm in. Let's go.
So if we're in a square,
Yeah.
right? We're at the moment.
Yeah.
Jacob and I are
round
in the
room.
middle of two sides. You
It's
should be
square
in
room.
the middle of another side.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in. Just think of
Cassius, do you
what
wanna
I'm
come
saying in my
and
head
stand?
over and over again is think of the chicken.
Think of the chicken.
Cassius, can you come and stand opposite nothing?
Is that in the entrance
So at the moment,
way that we just came
square room, door on one side, not a door directly opposite that, and we're standing in the middle of each side of the room. So nobody's in a corner. We're in the middle of each side of this square room.
in? Sure. Let's do it. As I'm walking over, this frosty shield appears over me again because it saved me last time. Hopefully it'll save me this time.
Nice.
Cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, did it.
What does the sarcophagus do?
So just to picture this, so it's directly in the middle of all four of you who are in the room at each point. So one of you is still by the entrance door. It stays firmly in the middle of the room now.
Okay, and I'm near the other door,
Yes.
the iron-bound door. Is it locked? Is it unlocked?
Now that you're by the door, you can see that it's actually kind of rotten through. It's also incredibly damp. You put a hand to it and a piece of wood comes away in your hand.
Okay.
It looks like a light push would push it in completely.
Yeah. I think I could probably open this.
Do it.
So I'd sort of put a boot against it and try and push it open.
It just falls in.
Cool. What do I see?
Part of it falls in, part you partway put your foot through it.
What do I see behind it?
Behind it, you see a wide set of stone steps, around 15 feet wide, and they slope downwards into this next room. And at the end of the room, around 50 feet away, stone steps lead back up to another door. And at that recess point in the middle, there's quite a long, it looks like a pool. Some sort of liquid.
What shape is the pool? Is it
rectangular?
Does it look a similar shape as the sarcophagus?
It's much longer. This is an entire long room. It's like 15 feet wide. And it's about 50 feet long.
I relay this to the rest of the group. Do we want to try and see what's in the sarcophagus? There's a pool. There's a long, dark, spooky-looking pool in this.
Spooky pool.
Spooky pool.
Yeah.
I don't want to open that sarcophagus. Let's get out.
I think if we can get away from this very, very friendly sarcophagus, we should.
Casper, the friendly sarcophagus.
I make my way around to where Oscarin is just to get to that doorway.
Okay, so you do that, and as you do that, the sarcophagus inches towards where there are more people, together at the end of the room. So near the exit door is where you're going to, and the sarcophagus kind of inches towards you.
We all need to start moving at the same time.
And who's still at the entranceway?
Nobody now.
So I'm on the left-hand side of the room. I'm on the left-hand side of the...
On the entrance side?
Yeah.
Closest to the entrance, that's
okay.
Fine.
So we need to all edge towards the door.
Yeah.
At the same time. I shout across the room. Or do we need to just run to the same point?
I think that's up to us. I think...
Do we go fast or slow?
Where are you?
So we're all like equidistant from one another at four corners.
Okay.
For the centre part of each wall.
Yeah. Okay. Let's all start moving at the same time towards the door.
Okay. I start walking.
Okay, so nothing, you're kind of edging your way around to go and meet Cassius and Osgarin at the door. And Jacob, you're still on the left-hand side, closest to the entrance.
Yeah.
And you're making your way around. So as you make your way forwards, the sarcophagus is still moving away from you and inching towards the exit door, which is also where nothing's going. So we're now at a point where you're nearly with the other two at the other end. And then you've got Jacob still, coming around the edge.
I've got a feeling we don't want the sarcophagus to leave this door, but I don't think there's anything we can do to stop it now. I think we've done what it wanted us to do.
Yeah.
But now, at this point, Cassius and Osgarin, you are through the door. We're in the passageway. And now you're just inching closer towards it. You're just a couple of feet away from the door. Jacob, you're still edging your way around the room.
Okay. I'm going to keep going. It's going to match me, isn't it? It's going to match me step for step. Okay, I'm going to slightly speed up. I'm going to go into a jog. Plucker's obviously still on my back.
Okay, the sarcophagus begins edging towards you. Nothing.
Oh, fuck.
That's Jacob.
So I'm going to pick up
trots.
My pace to a similar pace to him.
Yes.
In the hope that this similar speed of movement is what we need, because that seemed to be kind of what was happening with these two.
You take the last couple of steps and you make the passageway, and as soon as you step inside, it's almost like you've been stretching an elastic band, and then you release it, and the sarcophagus flings across the room towards you, Jacob.
Without even thinking, I just step back into the room.
It's
just
already in motion as that happens. So you can make another dexterity saving throw, Jacob, as this sarcophagus slightly off the ground now. It's just hurtling towards you.
Oh god. I'm not still bardically inspired.
You're not, mate. It wasn't very inspiring, as inspirations go. Only good for one use.
So that is 7 plus my shield's AC, so 9.
Okay, it catches you in the chest, and you are just flung across the room. And you are going to take 14 points of damage. As the box slams into you, you fly across the room, and then you collide with the opposing wall. And you take another 3 points of damage after that. Pluckers is crushed behind you. And such is the force that the box itself explodes in a shower of stone.
Oh dear.
All about you.
Oh dear.
Is there anything come out? Is anything inside?
Yes.
Of course.
I haul myself to my feet.
A weapon clatters to the ground.
A weapon.
Yes,
Is it a hand crossbow?
it is a hand crossbow.
I limp over to it. I don't touch it.
Pluckers, by the way, is still on your back and crushed.
But there's not a lot I can
Still
do
alive?
about that.
Still alive?
You can't tell from where you are on the other side of the room.
Ow.
Though, Jacob, you approach the weapon.
Limping.
It is kind of dark, kind of beautiful. It's made of the blackest metal, this hand crossbow. It fits in one hand. And the string is also black, and it's made of this tactile metal wire. It is sleek and otherwise completely featureless. It looks like the perfect assassination tool.
Cool.
I take teardrop from my waist and just give it a poke.
Yeah. Teardrop.
That's my hammer's name.
Yes, I forgot that.
Yeah.
And you give it a poke.
Yeah, I just poke the crossbow with
Yeah,
it.
fine.
It's a little kind of like...
Oh, did you think he got the hammer out and then poked
Yeah,
the
that
hammer?
just pokes it like you're putting this together.
This makes me feel better.
Do they transform like the Megazord and Power Rangers?
No, I nudge the crossbow. I mean, it's a slightly kind of incredibly stunned, dazed, kind of half semi-conscious kind of way. Like,
Yeah. Well, nothing happens to the crossbow, but you shift some of the rubble and you see a couple of bolts as well. There are 20, and they're themselves bound by a dark tan leather. The bolts themselves are also black.
Can I see this from the doorway?
Yeah, you see clearly a weapon of choice for you from across the room, and you tross over to it.
I'm like that emoji
Yeah.
where it's got dollar signs in its eyes and it's sticking its tongue out and it's got a dollar sign on
Nice.
there. She cannot resist. She knows it's bad.
So it's still on the floor at this point.
She's anxious about touching it though, which...
nothing. This looks perfect for you.
yeah. Oh, it might murder me when I pick it up though.
The weapon of a death god.
She picks it up.
Okay, nothing happens.
Yay.
Pick up the bolts as well.
You pick them up.
Scrabble through all the wreckage.
Nothing else there.
No.
You've got the weapon. It's a hand crossbow bow +1.
Ooh, very nice.
No other effect that you can discern.
Very nice.
Though I'll tell you this now, you experimentally load one of the bolts and you pull the trigger, and actually you find out that it is cursed.
Oh, lovely.
Because as it fires, it calmly but audibly says, twang. If you're listening to us on or close to the episode air date, get on over to @DragonWingsPod or @DiceDungeonUK on Instagram and Twitter for a chance to win a set of Fairy Fire dice and a branded Dice Dungeon dice tin. Also, you can support us by going to the Dice Dungeon site and buying a set of their fantastic dice or tins with 10% off by using the discount code DragonWings. We're particular fans of the Burning Hands dice set ever since Cassius became a human cartwheel. Oh, the humanity. To the north, onwards, is the door, and as you could see, the wood is sodden, it's wet, and it's rotting with damp. It kind of falls apart to the touch.
I don't feel that Jacob is in any way fit to take point on this one.
I'm okay with that. I don't mind. I don't mind taking the rear.
Pluckers is kind of wall-shaped.
Yeah, like a pancake.
Like a pancake.
Flat pluckers.
Half Jacob's back, half wall.
Okay.
It's looking like she's intact, right?
Pluckers is unconscious. She's intact. She's hardy for a magical chicken of unknown property, but she is in a bad way, and she's getting worse.
I'm stroking her head.
So
Can anybody heal her?
I could if I had my lay on hands, but I need a rest before I get back.
So the orcs in the previous room,
Yeah.
Les orcs, they said that the thing that scared them most was in the water, right?
Yeah.
And this door is sodden.
Yeah.
And it's still very much closed.
Yeah. It's closed, but it's like, it's newly damp and it's just in pieces. It's like something pushed through.
If I shot or threw something at it, might a hole appear?
It's all, kind of already got holes in it, actually. You can see the space beyond is in darkness.
Even with my 60-foot dark vision.
Well, you can approach the door and have a little peek.
Yeah, she kind of edges forward.
Yeah. Well, immediately beyond is this long, narrow room, and there are a set of stone steps leading downwards. That's what you can see from there.
she's gonna sneak forward a little more.
Okay. So
She's
you're like pushing your head into the door?
Sort of, my face is now on the door.
Yeah. As your forehead touches the door, a whole section of it just falls away. Just kind of splats to the ground.
Run backwards.
Yeah.
Is there any chance I can just check the sodden door and see? Is it just water affecting this, or is it some sort of magical?
You can do an investigation roll. Let's have a little check.
19.
19. Oh
Yeah.
my god, water elemental. 100% water elemental. Some being of like pure water, concentrated evil, sort of magically water, has definitely interfered with this door. Classic telltale sign.
Are we talking elemental guns here, or are we talking elemental in amongst the door waiting to fuck us up?
I hate to ask, but do a nature roll.
Mem. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's not going to be good, just to let you know. That's an 8.
It's a being made of water.
That's all I know.
So Cassius, bending down, examines the sodden door and turns back to his companions. Beads of sweat still dripping down his lifeless face.
Yeah.
Still images of his limbs keep flashing through his mind of them popping off.
His limbs.
Popping off and in front of him. And he turns back to his comrades and just says, I've seen something like this before. In Baldur's Gate, there was a water elemental that ravaged the sewers. It took the lives of a lot of Baldur's Gate's guards, but it's quite dangerous.
I don't suppose they can be reasoned with, can they?
The only thing that can reason with a water elemental is a fire elemental.
Literally, nothing's just looking at it being like, why is he doing that voice? And in her mind, she's like, as every day goes on, I am more and more sure that he was in the traffic division.
Back office.
Yeah. The custody
Cleaner.
sergeant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at his badge, he just wipes away a little bit of the dirt, and it does say traffic warden, but he just spits back on and just goes back again.
Sorry, spits the dirt back onto the back.
Well, Cassius's blood spit is still covered in blood. From his eye.
gnarly.
This is a bit of a dry blood.
Offensive. So this door is like tissue paper. You know, it's kind of falling apart in front of you almost. Another small piece of it falls away. Splats on the floor.
Do we?
Yeah.
I was going to say, do any of us know anything about water elementals other than they are magical
you
creatures?
can all do your nature roll if you would like.
I would.
Natural 20.
Cassius, first your arms pop off, then your legs pop off. You clatter to the ground, your torso flops around, and you take 8 points of damage.
I was literally about to suggest a short rest as well.
He is resting.
Yeah, on the floor.
I got 19.
As you just see this lifeless torso just collapse onto the floor. Just not again.
I'm so sorry, Cassius. I'm so sorry.
Despite our enmity, I don't like seeing that.
It was funny the first time.
Yeah,
I was just
no,
like,
it's-
oh, this is. I feel bad for
So you got a natural 20.
Yeah.
They are conjured beings that speak their own particular brand of language called Aquan, though they rarely choose to speak. But you know with that 20 that they are ultimately intelligent creatures and perhaps can be reasoned with. And actually, with that 20, alignment-wise, they are neutral.
Okay.
Which means they'll certainly look out for themselves. They won't assume that you are something to not be tinkered with. But they're not inherently evil creatures.
Okay.
Just dickheads.
Jacob knows that they can be dickheads.
But it's just
Says the
self-interested.
neutral,
Yeah.
says the neutral tiefling, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to look through the hole that the door has now got in it in a couple of places down this these stone steps.
So you're a human, Jacob.
That is true. Yes.
You can just see darkness.
Fuck it. I want to get out of here, so head through the hole. Let's have a look.
Yeah, through the hole. It's just like a door with a section missing. I mean, you can
Yeah.
push it if you want to.
Do we want to As much as I admire how forward you're being today, nothing. 2 of our comrades are unconscious. We've got an unconscious door-shaped chicken and an unconscious traffic warden-shaped warlock.
Fair enough. She
you-
pulls her head back and goes, I'll give you that.
As you say this, Cassius says on the floor, I'm not unconscious, just... and you look down and slowly, like, these little baby arms I'm just in a difficult place at the moment.
Are we allowed to look? Do you want us to look away, or... I feel like this should be quite private.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment.
I sort of pop my cape over him.
Yeah.
And I agree that maybe I shouldn't stick my head through the door right now. So we're having a little rest while we just wait for his arms and legs to go back.
The door completely falls off.
Yeah.
By the way, at this point, it just sloshes to the ground. There's just an open space between you and the next room.
Before this happens again, can we get a quick... what's the regrowing time of my limbs?
Seconds. Within seconds, it pops back. It's excruciating. You can all see the bone and tendon there. But a reminder that Pluckers is getting worse, actively deteriorating, and actually every time you've taken a rest so far has been like a sort of a gamble, a roll with her life.
We need
we had 2 to 3 hours, didn't we? A little while ago.
We need to get out of these sewers, and we need to find someone who can help both myself and Pluckers with this life transference.
So I think if nothing takes a step back from this, Cassius's arms and legs falling off, the chicken at death's door, well, she's been freaking out for a while, but she's really starting to worry now.
Now, clearly Jacob's got no idea how you'd even go and start fixing the problem of spontaneous, magical dismemberment or untimely chicken death. But what he does know is that something needs to happen pretty soon. And while this means the quest for the spice rub kind of has to go on the back burner for a bit, what matters for Jacob is keeping the party whole.
So as Garen is starting to think at this point, the song of this party is more of a tragicomedy than a heroic epic. Pluckers is unconscious, Cassius is in a terrible way, and between cursed chests and rats and the underground, they just can't seem to catch a break, and he wonders just how long can they go on like this.
Time is of the essence here, kids. Enough with the checks. We need to get out of here. Cassius needs to get this curse removed, and Pluckers needs to be saved, most importantly. Get the hell out of there, find this Miss Millie, and hopefully get her to remove this curse. Save Cassius. Save the world. Save the cheerleader. I am in no place to, no strength to lead this group. If someone can lead the way, and
It's going to have to be one of you two.
Oh, well, fuck it. I stuck my head through the door, didn't I? Let's go. I want to get out of here with this chicken.
All right, let's push.
Okay, you going first, nothing?
Fuck.
Who's
yes,
coming up
I
behind
am.
you?
I'll come next.
Nice.
Okay, and I'll go behind.
Oscar and then Jacob.
Garen.
I'll take the.
Are you carrying...
When you ask for the order, it's never good.
You should go in front of me. I should go at the back.
With Pluckers.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're you're just like, please stop inspecting things. Please stop thinking about things. Please stop trying to remember
Let's
knowledge.
get out of here.
Okay, push.
Let's find Miss.
So we
Miss
walk through the remains of this door into the inky darkness.
All right,
We've both got dark vision, right?
We do indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, and Cassius, have you got dark vision? You're both human,
human.
Jacob and Cassius. So you both are basically being led.
Okay.
You know, you really can't see what's ahead of you.
I'm gonna eat the last chicken wing that I
Yeah,
have,
that probably is a good idea.
and
especially-
then get some health point, get a hit point back, and glow.
Okay, you do that.
Yeah.
This just explosion of like almost like sunlight emanates brightly from the warlock.
I was gonna light a torch, but in the interest of stealth, I thought maybe I wouldn't. But now I think. Well, actually, now I still won't do it because you're glowing like a human-sized sun. So there's no need.
I think whatever's down here knows that we're already down here, and I just stare off into the distance.
Said truly like a man who's just lit himself up like a beacon.
Yeah.
I mean, you are far more likely to try and remember a recipe and kill Cassius than any beastie down here.
Okay, yeah, I'm plodding through.
Okay, ahead of you are a wide set of stone steps, and they lead downwards into this just ruined room. It's long, it's about 15 feet wide, 50 feet long, and at the other end of the room are steps leading back upwards to the level that you're on and onto an archway and the corridor beyond. The walls are crumbling. Between the sets of steps at the bottom of the room and the other set of steps at the end is this long pool of murky liquid. The surface is still like glass. At the other end of the room is this broken pile of rubble atop the other steps. And also next to you are a series of etchings on the wall.
How can I see what the etchings look like?
Yes, the etchings are actually in pretty good nick, and they are kind of masterwork, and they depict, well, it kind of looks like the previous room. You can see pretty clearly the sarcophagus in the same style of the one that you just saw fling into Jacob across the room. And also you can see a figure kind of cowering on the...
So just a bit of cat interference there.
Yeah. Come on, cat. Stop playing with that. Do you want to just open the door a bit?
Just do that bit.
Open the door a tiny bit. It's fine.
Got some cat interference.
If you close that door, believe it slightly ajar. The etchings, they kind of depict the previous room, so you can definitely see what looks like the sarcophagus etched into the wall. It's the same kind of style and shape, and there's a figure, kind of like a stick figure, cowering on top of the sarcophagus. The familiar depiction of the death god of the drow that you saw is also some distance away from it on the wall, and it is holding a small hand crossbow. And also it seems to have fired a bolt towards it. And beneath the death god figure, firing the hand crossbow, are some scratchings that look rather erratic and coarse.
What do the scratches look like? Any words or anything like that? Or is it...
Do any of you speak Infernal?
Yes.
I also do.
Okay. Cassius, nothing. You read these words as whisper, cleaver of silence.
That's my crossbow, that, isn't it?
Yes. Beneath the figure holding the crossbow. It seems like the crossbow might have a name.
Yeah. Lit. Great name. Nothing nods.
But apart from that, nothing else remarkable about the etching.
And I guess as both Cassius and nothing intently looking at the Infernal, we just both look at each other and then back. I guess your crossbow has a wee name.
A wee name. Yeah, I think nothing's quite pleased with that, actually.
And I look to the tiefling and I just say it. say your weapon's name.
And I say...
But whisper it.
Whisper. Cleaver of silence.
Whoa. And the crossbow hums in its holster. Silently, but you can feel it kind of responding.
So nothing like wants to look really pleased and then remembers our company and...
But I quickly turn to her and say, I don't think you had to say whisper Cleaver of silence. I think you just whisper. You whispered Cleaver of silence.
Cleaver of silence. No, I think it's whisper.
Comma.
Cleaver of silence.
Okay.
We argue for the next 45 minutes over
brilliant.
the
It's good to clarify.
Jacob walks up behind you and says, "This chicken is very heavy." Can we?
Of course it is.
not
It's a
sure.
pig-sized chicken.
Yes.
It's your fault for trying to lift it up, mate.
Yeah, well, it's collective blame for it being unconscious and me having to carry it.
This is Crusher's guilt.
Yeah.
So glowing Cassius picks up some of the rubble that's on the floor and just, I guess, throws it into the
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What?
Where are you throwing it?
into the water.
We are.
Just to...
It actually hits the surface of the water and it sticks for a moment, and then with a sinks into it.
That was unusual.
That is not a noise I enjoy.
And this kind of sort of smoky, like vapor, rises from where the rock was.
That is also unusual.
Can I investigate that?
Oh, God.
Don't go up to it, but like, do I know what just happened there? Have I seen something like that happen before?
I hold the back of his shirt because I could just see you fucking getting in or something foolish like that. Just sort of grip onto him like you do a toddler on the tube.
Jacob swings his shield out from underneath Pluckers and holds it in front of both of them.
Okay. Nice.
Just being shielded up.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
Can we skirt around the edge of the pool? Or are there
The
steps go...
corridor
Yeah.
steps liquid
And the pool is
steps out
just-
on the other end.
Exactly,
Right.
yeah.
Like the little
So no.
shitty bath you go through before you get into the swimming pool.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like the Peru-
Exactly like that. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it's like. The
Oh,
steps leading down, the steps go all the way to the wall, so no possibility of skirting it.
An arcane Veruca bath.
It's a big old Veruca pool.
Can I just can we check the outsides of the wall and see if there's any like holdings or
Yeah, could you climb along the wall?
There are plenty of handholds on the walls.
okay.
Bits of them missing, crumbling, chipped away.
Are they like sticking out, or are they like recesses into the wall?
Oh yeah, it looks like over time that sections of the wall have fallen away here and there, but it looks like for an able climber that you could have a go.
How about an absolutely gigantic man with 5 hit points that's got a pig-sized chicken on his back?
He's a strong lad though. He's a strong lad.
Could we string a rope across? Is there anything that we could attach a rope to
like
them?
like a team building exercise?
It's that puzzle. You can't leave the chicken alone. Go back and forth, and the water celestial eats the. Okay,
yeah, how about
Take the
this?
warlord first.
How about this? We get the rope out.
Yeah.
I cast Mage Hand. Give the one end of the rope to the little hand,
Yeah.
and can the hand
Beetle hand.
use the little edges and just jump over the outsides? Of the...
What is the range on the mage hand?
The range on Mage Hand is 30 foot.
It's going to make it to the. So this room is 50 feet across.
How much
From
of that
where
is
you
liquid?
are, it's not going to reach to the landing on the other side of the wall.
Are there handholds
On the other side of
ceiling?
the room. Yes.
So can the Mage Hand go to 30 foot on the ceiling, tie the rope in the middle of the ceiling, and then bring it back to us, and then we can swing across?
It could. You can't see anything that there's no perch, there's no hook up there.
Okay.
There's nothing you could tie rope to.
It's not like hang tough.
Yes, it's not like hang tough. There aren't a series of actually there's a like handlebars. It's like hanging
But
on
the Mage Hand can just hold it.
What I
Wouldn't
believe is something
support our
like
weight.
I believe it's something like £7,
Yeah.
7 or £8 that it can lift. So no.
I know it's January.
Yeah.
That's not much weight.
Could a crossbow bolt be fired into the back wall? Is it like kind of crumbly enough to
How
get
soft
something
is it?
into it?
Oh, you can have a go.
Okay. I'm gonna take my.
But these bolts look like big crayons. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they're sort of featureless.
How about my just normal crossbow?
How many of those bolts does nothing
Yes,
have?
very good question.
10. Maybe don't waste those magic crayon bolts.
They look sturdy enough, but might need some.
Let's go
recovering.
for my normal hand crossbow. Are they like normal kind of longer bolts? Or are they
Yeah,
really-
they're sort of like regular wooden with a metal shaft.
I indicated a bolt about 9.5 foot wide, and Tom just looked at me and went.
This is my pocket seed blister. Just
I don't think this is going to work, but we're in an enchanted room with water that's going to murder us all. So I sort of tie some rope onto the back. I sort of load up the bolt, and I just aim relatively high up on the wall.
Can I ask what you're tying the rope to on this side?
Is it long enough? It's long enough at the moment that I don't have to think about that until it's over the other side, right?
Doesn't that? Yeah, I'll let you do that.
In
Doesn't that mean the rope just?
Whiffles
I mean,
away.
if it's more than 50 feet, then it's just going to see on this side, right? But you make a good point.
It's like a bungee jump.
That's what
actually.
happens
You could do that.
when you chill in a sewer instead of go to school.
Yeah.
nice. Street smarts.
Is there? Yeah, street smarts. Absolutely. The University
I
of
do.
Life.
I do love the mindset of like, look, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's like you're looking around. There's nothing. I'm sure there'll be something.
It
in
made
2
it
minutes.
all the way over.
I will light my way with the bridges I have burned.
But hey, one of you could hold it, maybe. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah. How long is the rope? Let's have a look.
50 feet.
I don't want you to be catapulted into the
The,
into
length,
the water.
the lengths of rope we'll have in our packs are 50 feet.
While they're doing this,
Spans the room.
I'm going to take a copper piece out of my bag,
Yep.
and I'm gonna, and what's going is going to flick it into the liquid. Did the
Yes.
same thing happen?
It kind of. It's almost like what's it called? Like a Newtonian fluid. You know what I mean? It's like it kind of hits the surface for a second and then sinks into it. Little plume
As
of
if
smoke.
it's okay.
As if it's dissolving.
You're having a bad time. Mm.
Okay. I'm sort of. Oh yeah.
Sorry, just as an aside, I take. I presume there's bits of rubble. It seems like it's quite crumbly in here. Can I find like a bit of masonry or something on the floor?
Yeah.
I want to go to the very edge of the pool.
Yeah.
And I want to quite harshly like slap the bit of masonry down onto the top of the liquid.
Yes. So as
You're testing its Newtonian vibes to the limit. You see if we can run across it like when people run across the swimming pool of custard.
That's exactly what I'm trying to work out.
so as you make your way down the steps, they collapse under your feet.
Oh, fuck.
Do a quick dexterity saving throw.
Dex saving throw for Osgerin, coming in hot at a natural 20.
You grip the air. Unfortunately, so the first thing that happens is that
It's not possible!
you just see Cassius, his torso rolling down the slide. No. So you just, your arms and your legs pop off. They regrow, but you are going to take, Cassius, 5 points of damage. Just don't die, bro. It's not worth it. It's not worth it if the chicken brings you back. But with that 20, it's good enough for your reflexes to better the trap, and you reach behind you and you cling to the edge and haul yourself back up. After a moment, the steps reset.
Oh, you muggy little bitch.
Has anybody got a large stick on them? Something like I really want to slap this liquid with something.
Yeah, I've got a javelin.
You might not have a javelin in a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
I want another piece of masonry, and I want to throw it quite hard at the surface of the liquid.
Yes.
Before he does this, I take several steps back because I don't like the idea of what is potentially going to splash
I don't know about this.
So you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay. The masonry utterly disturbs the surface of the liquid, and that's when 3 sets of skeletal remains emerge from the surface.
Oh god, I was getting.
Thanks for listening. If you're enjoying the podcast, we would absolutely love for you to leave us a 5-star rating and review. After that, come and say hello on the social medias at DragonWingsPod on Instagram and Twitter. We'll almost certainly say hello back. Catch you next time.